just a little better. That's still gonna be like that anyway. I hope. I need to check myself too. Please be working. You know, that's actually a really good question. I have no idea. I want to say yes. In all honesty, I do believe he could possibly defeat him, but I'm not entirely sure because actually, yeah, now think about it, depends on where they are because I know Purple Haze gets. I think Distortion would have a better chance of beating him though. And I'm also saying that just because I love Purple Haze Distortion a lot. Also, can you hear me properly now? Hold on 1 second. Let me see something. I'm sorry, 1 second here. I also do apologize. It's gonna be a bit buggy on my end because I. Okay, good. I'm sorry about this. I'm still working on this on the Elgato capture card, which isn't working that well for me. I'm also currently trying my best to get everything else back in order. And that plus, for some reason, I don't know why my capture card continues to mess up and my TV continues to mess up because for some reason I just got my PS4 Pro back. I'm even using the Spider-Man controller and everything. And for some reason it doesn't want to connect properly. It just doesn't. It doesn't want to work. It doesn't want to do what I want it to. It's just not working at all. And it's beyond frustrating. So I do apologize because I'm going to be playing horribly throughout this entire thing just because of the fact of the matter being that for like maybe a few seconds like right there it's going to lag on me. Actually, no, now that I think about it, another reason, one of the reasons why I think that would be able to defeat it is because of the fact that Fugo's Purple Haze able to defeat it would be with Distortion. Because remember, the virus is a lot more effective in Distortion than it is regularly. Because that's how he defeated God, I can't remember his name. Malone, I think it was. No, not Malone. I can't remember. He's the brother of the chef from Diamond is Unbreakable. Him and Fugo fight, and Fugo gets him. Yeah, this guy, his brother, and it's the most amazing thing, if I can remember correctly, because the way he defeats him is that Fugo's basically drugged out on the virus, and then he spits it, and I think I think he has like one of the capsules and spits it at him, and because this is a lot more potent, and it will even kill itself. Because Fugo has so much of it in his mouth, he's okay because it's killing itself more than it is him. But because the fact that it's only a little bit spat out at the and the villain of the Purple Haze feedback, it's hurting Fugo a lot more, I believe. I mean, it's hurting that villain a lot more. Yes, I apologize. I am horrible with names. Also, I can't wait to see how much I screw up this time. Because again, not my fault entirely. My TV won't hook up to my capture card properly, so I'm having this weird setup right now.
君には死んでもらうしかないんだ。あいつに命令されてきたってわけね。
Oh, this one is again, I'm going to die in this Yep, I'm done. Also, in case you're wondering why it is that I don't know when I actually do get purples in this game. I haven't read it, but I've heard videos about it. I want to read that Insanity at some point during work one day, just because it is such an utter bunch of madness and chaos that I believe it would be incredibly funny to talk about. Because actually, thanks to you, gave me a good idea. At some point in the future, I was planning to start a review channel at the beginning of this year, but due to a bunch of things, I was not able to. But I thought about why not just turn to a game where I like do reviews, talk about the things I like and everything else. Because I plan to do that, because I have planned to do that JoJo tier list you were talking about, because I do want to do that for stands and everything else. The only problem is I want to go back and reread the manga and watch the anime. Jeez, what does that do? D4C Requiem. Because I know we talked about that before, but now I gotta, now that that is actually a thing, I kind of want to see it more. Oh man, this is it. I'm sorry, this is like a slideshow because every horrible thing that you're seeing right now, I'm seeing at the exact same time. I'm seeing just how horribly and terribly glitchy this whole thing is. What? Because I remember that and Purple Haze Distortion were all part of like some kind of thing where a lot of people have free reign to the JoJo. I know that only like the Fugo stuff is something that can be considered close to canon. Because it took me a moment to remember that how much of a fever dream that is. Oh god, I'm kind of glad I got this point after this and not during the time when I was actually doing the story. Trust me, from everything I know, you have no idea how right that statement is. I mean, it technically could be worse. Actually, no, am I kidding? I'm trying to think about it. Is there actually anything more insane that, I mean, that could... No, that's it. Because I was saying, is there anything more insane that's been done? Because I was going to say that thing where, where Jorno kills a person in like a funny little manga panel. But I don't even count that because the fact of the matter being there's an actual thing from Araki himself basically stating that this is not canon, do not count this at all. Come on. Ah, crap. Man. Come on. I'm sorry, but I can't imagine. I'm sorry, but when you said that, I imagine like every voice actor doing like a double take for everything in that thing. And that plus, how far would we have to wait for that one? Because remember, with Funny Valentine's multiple other characters being in there, it makes me wonder how long we would really have to wait before Purple Haze Distortion got one. Because you have to remember, we don't have a voice actor in English for Funny Valentine, stuff like that. And I don't know who they would use for Funny Valentine. They could use the guy from this game because he's really good, but I don't know what exactly they do. God, that was terrible. Although, to be fair, I do want Purple Haze Distortion to get in. I'm surprised it didn't get one yet. But then again, it did take a while for them to do that. And I kind of want David Production to also do other things besides JoJo, just because the fact of the matter being that I love David Productions studios. Whether it be they work on JoJo or anything else. Because I do believe that they were the people who did the Neptunia anime. Which, man, Neptunia. That's a series I've got to do at some point. It's kind of like how there's actually one really old JoJo game I'd do if I could. There's an old JoJo game on, I think, NES or Sega. I can't remember which one. It's either the Super Nintendo, NES, or Sega Genesis. It's a RPG game where you play as the Stardust Crusaders. I don't remember because there's that. There's also the PS2 game that was supposed to be released with that god awful movie. Seriously, I'm surprised how horrible that movie is. No, I don't think it's Heritage of the Future. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Wait, is that the thing for it? Because I do know it's an old NES game. I'd have to check and see, but maybe it is? I'm not entirely sure. Actually, you know what? I'll be back because I might have to... Because I kind of want to play while I do this. I do like talking, but I also like playing this thing too because it's fun. It's two fun things at once, so... If you give me 1 second, I'll be back. I might just have to completely use the Elgato for this for right now. Because I'm having too many problems playing this thing off of this device here. So, I'll be back in a minute. Hopefully.